remember Lori Grenier, of course. This was a product that she discovered. She actually bought it for her dad, who was suffering from some back pain. She saw the inventor actually talking about it on social media, ended up bringing it to QVC, and it was one of our most popular wellness products. We are so happy now, after a little hiatus, it is back. It is the Lo-Bak, and this is, if you look at it, you're like, how is that going to help my back? This is patented, FDA cleared. Ready for this? This is the $40 solution to pain from not only just your low back, but degenerative disc disease, joint disease. If you have spinal stenosis, I know a lot of people have herniated discs, like my husband. Maybe you just have tight muscles or muscle spasms. It's so easy to use, and it is unbelievably effective. I'm really excited to say that this is the first day of this month at this price. Over 500,000 have been ordered just on QVC. A lot of that word of mouth. People get it home, and it really works. So we have the inventor here. He is a chiropractor, created this. Ronald Berthium is here with us. Come on out, Ronald. Thanks so much for coming
Sandra,
back to QVC.
To see you. Thank you. It's great to be here.
First of all, you look at this and you're like, how's that going to help my back? But you come to this with not only a lot of expertise, but your own personal journey with back pain.
Yes, I have an abnormally shaped vertebrae that I was born with, and that caused me pain as I started to get older and older. And it was getting more and more frequent. One day when I was in my office leaning in to do an adjustment on a patient, I did the adjustment, the patient jumped off the table and said, wow, that was fantastic, I feel great. But I was standing there stiff as a board in the corner, my back sweating because I was in spasm. My back went out again. And I ushered the patient right out, and I collapsed into my living room floor. It was a home office. And I realized I got to do something because I can't go on like this, being a trusted chiropractor and having back pain myself. So that's where a lot of experimentation came from. I came up with Lo-Bak Trax, and it helped to relieve my pain, so I'm bringing it to everyone here.
Okay, so this is, make no mistake, it is FDA cleared, it's patented, there's nothing else like it, and it's at a holiday weekend deal for 5 easy payments of $8. Why don't we go over and just see how it works? Because you see it, it kind of just looks like a V, right, with almost like handles.
Yes,
it is simple to use, but the engineering on this is actually really incredible.
What she does is she pulls her feet up, she pushes against her thighs, and that decompresses or tractions the spine. It's as simple as that. You know, anybody with herniated discs, spinal degenerative joint disease, degenerative disc disease, sciatica, even muscle spasm, all you have to do is lay down in bed and push on your thighs, because what's going on here is she's pushing the bar that way, but her upper body is pushing off this way. So she's getting a dual traction force that's decompressing the spine and relieving and stretching the muscles and the discs and the vertebrae. Here's the animation.
Let's take a look at how what's happening that we can't see.
So most people with back pain have some sort of compression, spinal degeneration, spinal degenerative disc disease, herniated disc. And what that does is it compresses. And what you see with the Lo-Bak Trax in the animation, it's decompressing the discs, it's stretching the spine, it's relieving pain. We're giving you convenience that you can conveniently stretch your back at home in bed now.
You know, a couple of years ago, I had some back issues and I was in physical therapy, and I remember my physical therapist, she was fantastic, saying to me, the human body loves traction. I just remember her saying that. And then I remember thinking, how do I get traction at home? It was one thing when she would give, like, you know, kind of give me traction by pulling, and to be able to have this at home and lay down. I'm glad you brought that up, because traction has always worked over time. Everybody admits that traction works. The only problem is it wasn't convenient because you had to go to an office and have it done. You had to take 20 minutes to tie into a machine or flip upside down. Now, this is traction you can do every day, because the problem back then is you could only do it max 2-3 times a week. Now you can do it 7 days a week at home and in bed, anywhere you can comfortably lay down, you can do this. Right. You don't have to be super fit. You don't have to incorporate this as part of a workout routine. You're literally lying down, putting it between your legs and pushing, and that is actually adding that traction to your spine, right?
Yeah, if you can push with 2 hands, lay down and push, you can relieve back pain now in bed. Because what she's doing, all she's doing, like you said, you don't have to be super fit, even though Kim is. You don't have to be super fit. If you can lay down and push on your thighs, that pushes the lower body, the hips this way, and it pushes the upper body this way.
And you can't
So
really do it yourself. Like, this is something that would be very difficult to do with stretching, or there's a difference between stretching and traction. There are stretches that for some people can help, but that's not traction. This is giving you traction.
And this has been validated. I'm glad you bring that up. The FDA reviewed this, and the FDA cleared us to treat spinal degenerative joint disease, degenerative discs, herniated discs, muscle spasm, low back pain, and even sciatica. So you can treat all these things. It's been validated by the FDA. It's patented. So it's been tested. It's not just me, some chiropractor saying
totally
this and making wild claims.
In fact, here's what I would say to you. You know, this was on QVC before. It was even today's special values. Over 500,000 were ordered. So many through word of mouth. It just hasn't been on in a while. If you are suffering from lower back pain or you have the herniated disc, give us a try. You have 30 days to love it or return it. But if somebody said to me when I was in the middle of back pain, for 5 easy payments of $8, we can give you relief, I mean, that's priceless. Relief is priceless.
Well, that's what everybody who has low back pain or muscle spasm or herniated discs or degenerative joint disease, that's what they're looking for, relief that they can do on a consistent basis. Because if you go to a physical therapist, a chiropractor, massage therapist, they all tell you consistency, keep doing this 3 times a week, 4 times a week, once a month. But if you can do this 7 days a week at home, I do it at night right before bed, 5 minutes, and drop it by the side of the bed, go to bed, and wake up with no back pain.
I like
in
the
morning.
idea,
It
though,
relieves.
like if throughout the day you're finding that your back is seizing up on you or you're getting that pain, you doesn't even have to be the bed. If you could just maybe even lay down on your living room floor if you want and do this for just a few minutes, it puts your body into traction in a way that, you know, I did learn some great stretches in physical therapy, but it wasn't traction. I would go to the physical therapist to get that traction. This is the way you get that at home.
Right.
And it's painless. Doesn't require any special skill, batteries, assembly, and if you don't like it, get your money back. But I mean, we went through 500,000 of these because it worked.
Right, and that's the thing. If you look around, the reviews all hover around 4 stars. The one negative we get from the people who try it and it doesn't work for them, they only try it once or twice, and then they say it doesn't work. I'd like to set the expectations. We tell you to try it for 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Because most people who are tight, it takes a little while to stretch those muscles
Well, you didn't get tight in 1 or 2 minutes. You're
Exactly,
not
or 1 or
going to
2
get, probably
treatments.
relief in 1 or 2
Right,
minutes.
so-
But yet, I really appreciate that you said that because you have 30 days to love it or return it. Just make sure you use it.
Yeah. Give it the 14 or 17 days to try
You know
it
what?
and then return it.
You're
if
doing
it's
good
not
work for
working.
people. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, how many have now been ordered? Over 800 now ordered since we brought this back to QVC, but we only have about 1,000 remaining. It's going quickly. Ronald, thank you so much.
Oh, I'm watching the new show, so